Few minutes behind. No, we're not. We're right on it.
It's 6 o'clock now, that's, we have to fix that again.
All right, I'd like to welcome everyone to the Wednesday, April 24th meeting of the Pine Bluffs Town Council. Will everyone rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
First item is the agenda.
I move to approve the agenda.
I'll second it.
Moved and seconded to approve the agenda. All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries. Next item is the consent agenda.
I move to approve the consent agenda.
I'll second it.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the consent agenda. Any discussion? I have one quick discussion, and since you're here representing a building permit, right?
Yes.
So I have a question on your, so you're building on to the side of the garage?
We're gonna tear down the garage that's there, put a new part of the garage in exactly where it is, and then building on in, yes. The plan.
The setback from the existing garage is only 2 feet, like offset from the plan?
Oh, from the little shed addition?
Yes,
Yeah, it goes back 2 feet.
okay.
It was to mimic the architecture of the house. if you
Sure.
remember that.
I don't even know what their standardized answer to this would be, but I guess I'm just gonna say I could get behind doing this. One of the issues is because you've substantially changed the footprint of it. I agree you applied for a building permit, but it was existing under a variance of being, it's like too close to the street in the front. And if you were keeping the footprint the same, I would say rebuilding the same structure is good. I say all that with the clarification that I'm okay with adding this onto the edge, given that we already have a structure there that is closer than our minimum setback would be for new construction. I believe our minimum setback would be, it's currently at 10'6", would be, today would be 20 feet. That the garage, the front of the garage would have to sit that far off the street.
And moving it back, we looked at that because Barbara really wanted a longer driveway.
Sure,
But we have the utilities running right behind it, and then all her, there was mature trees behind there that she didn't want to lose. Because she
Okay.
already lost the front pines, right, to the
Yeah.
hailstorm, so.
so I'm just gonna go on record and say, I think the small addition onto the side would be fine, but it is kind of outside of, I don't even know, I wouldn't know who to ask clarification. If you were building it new construction, I would deny it. I would put it that way, but, anybody else have any other thoughts? All right then, well, it's been moved and seconded to approve the consent agenda. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries. Thank you.
Did I forget your iPad?
No, I'm good.
Oh, okay, sorry.
On to new business. Item number 1 is ordinance 2024-02 on second reading, and ordinance amending chapter 2, article 2 of the Code of Ordinances of the Town of Pine Bluffs, Wyoming, adjusting the regular meeting schedule and providing for an effective date.
I move to approve ordinance 2024-02 on the second reading.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve ordinance 2024-02 on second reading.
Mayor, I have a question.
Any discussion?
Yeah. Yeah. Are we posting notice until that ordinance becomes official?
Well,
offici-
we publish the agenda ahead of
Right,
time.
you know, because we're sort of in limbo in here at this point. It wouldn't be,
I mean, we announce it at every meeting when the next
Yeah.
meeting is. so-
yeah, but I think there's, you know, some process there in terms of getting a thing posted or something.
Yeah, we have it
Yeah,
posted.
okay, because it would be unseemly for us to approve this on third reading at a meeting that wasn't legit.
Yes.
Um,
We posted at this building, it's
Okay.
posted on Facebook. Yep.
Then we won't have to post them anymore, because
There you go.
it'll be the law of the land, so, yeah, okay.
Any other
Thank you.
discussion? It's been moved and did I already do that? No, it's been moved and seconded to approve ordinance 2024-02 on second reading. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Item number 2, resolution 2024-08, a resolution amending the Town of Pine Bluffs water and sewer connection fees and implementing a system development fee, providing for severability and providing for an effective date.
I move to approve to adopt resolution 2024-08.
I'll second it.
And I would like to make a correction, it should be 2024-09. It was a typo on the agenda.
I saw that it didn't match on here.
Then I move to adopt resolution 2024-09.
And I second it.
It's been moved and seconded to approve resolution 2024-09. Any discussion? I don't particularly have issue with any of these based on the justification, and we went completely through it. I feel like we've gotten the development fee closer. I am curious about that we have 1.5 and 2-inch water taps. Do we ever install 1.5? Because I thought initially it was just 2 inches and up were differentiated in price. Maybe it doesn't matter. Have we ever installed an 1.5 line?
Not to my knowledge, we have 1 inch and then it jumps up to, we do have a residential 2 inch. I think that just allows for room for new development on the north property.
I also, the open-endedness of the industrial thing, on a cost-plus basis, but it's so complex that I don't know how you do it any other way. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries. The next item is visitor comments. Karen?
The Lions Club, the Pines Bluff Lions Club would like to invite all of the council to May 7th meeting. We will have a speaker, Susan Compton from the Congressional Medal Award Program. It's at 6:30, and we'd like to have you guys join us at Curry's.
Okay. All right, thank you. Any other comments? Not, moving on to department reports.
Nothing.
I don't think I have anything to report at this time. tomorrow we have an airport meeting, so I'll report on what's discussed at the next meeting.
Okay, Ally?
Nothing new for me. The WAM regional meeting for the spring was right now, so
Yeah,
nothing new
it
to
was
report
fast
from
scheduled
that.
with us.
Yeah.
So while we're on that right here, I think, Kim, could you tell us, did we need to have an official, do we have to do that every year? Cause I'm.
Yes, we do.
Oh, that's,
Yes, so, we need to, propose, we need to submit rather to WAM who our official voting delegate for the 2024 WAM Summer Convention Business Meeting will be. That meeting is June 6th in Pinedale. And you, it just needs to be approved by you all as to who that voting delegate will be.
Well, I'm already signed up for a hotel, so I guess I'll be there.
I just assumed it was you. I didn't realize we had to do this again, but I would
I also
gladly hear a
assumed that.
motion to appoint, Ally Litza as our representative to the WAM.
So moved.
Seconded.
Moved and seconded to appoint Ally Litza to the WAM
WAM voting delegate.
voting delegate. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. All right, anything else?
Nope, that's all for me.
Dennis?
I don't really have anything new either.
Alex?
Couple of things. In nosing around in a couple of extraneous projects, it's come to light that there's some some concern about title to the lagoon
Sewer
over here.
plans, yeah.
I think there's like a strip of, there's about a 60-foot bust in the various legal descriptions. And I think at one point we annexed that property. We were annexing some for the airport and we annexed the part over there for the lagoon. And I think there might have been some misunderstanding that annexation conferred title, and of course, that doesn't work. I mean, there's lots of places inside the city limits that we don't own as a town, so. But I think, we ran into it in surveying some property from Mr. Hockersmith out north, because he borders that. And so I talked to the surveyor, talked to AVI, and they were somewhat aware of that. And I think, I mean, it's just all blew up today, so. But I think what we're gonna do a little better job of figuring out exactly what the issue is, because I think we've got a force main that's not on our property, or we're not sure if it is, and we got that manhole cover over there, or the manhole, or whatever it is, and I think we think that, or thought that was on the property, because it was inside the fence, but there's some question about it. Anyway, we're gonna clear it up,
Okay.
and
And none of those easements covered?
they are a
Didn't we
nightmare.
discuss the easements out there, like, or somebody else?
I don't know
reached
who
out
did
to
those
me
Yes,
about-
that was, we had talked about it a little bit. I had let you know that there was some discussion about it, and I forwarded them to Alex, but they're from, gosh, 1980.
Yeah, they're pretty rough, and surveyor said he couldn't figure them out, so he's
So
like.
we don't think our force main runs down the easement that we have?
I'm not sure. I'm actually not sure. We're looking at it, but I don't think
But it's not a property ownership issue, it's an easement issue that we're off the easement or something?
No, it's not. There's just, there are two conflicting legal descriptions. And they don't work together. They don't share the same boundary line, and we gotta figure out what we're gonna do. And rather than, I mean, we could pull title on both properties and sort it all out, but honestly, probably the simplest thing, and we're talking like an acre and a quarter. Simplest thing is, you know, Shanghai Jackie and say, hey, let's fix this, and I'm sure it won't be a problem. But I just wanted you to be aware of it, because it's weird over there. I mean, it's not the only place in town that's got some issues, but that one's kind of important, and since he's selling that piece, we wanna make sure that the title that the buyer gets is secure and not messed up. The other thing is, we have the deed for the lands exchange up here. Since the plat was recorded, we now can refer to the plat. And I'm gonna leave this with Kim to gather up some signatures. I will tell you all that the exhibits are good, but they're not final. We need to make a couple edits in them, and they're actually stamped preliminary. So the real ones that will substitute here will not have that on there, and they'll have the seal and that kind of thing, so we can file them, and that will swap those two lots, you know, that we were doing between the town and Fornstrom Farms, and get that straightened out. So we should be good on that. But the deed is ready for signatures to be gathered. So I think we need the mayor, and we probably need Mark to come by. So
Okay.
that's all I got.
All right. Chief Smith?
I don't have a lot, but wanted to, I don't know if I explained this last time, we did get the $5,000 grant for K-9 that we applied for, so that was good. The Explorer program, our cadet program, kind of small changes, but we have the green light to kind of go from Alex. I kind of wanted to get the green light from the council to move forward for the application phase. So that's kind of my plea to the council to to allow that to go forward. But other than that,
I don't have a problem with that.
Me neither, really supportive of that. And last week at the quarterly elected official meeting, Sheriff Kozak had said that he was really excited for both the county and for us to start that program. So sounds like there's also some outside support on that.
yeah, it's not gonna be just me, it's gonna be a countywide, even stretching in Nebraska, because Kimball PD expressed interest in helping out in ways they can as well. So
Cool.
Well, it'll be an encompassing program. I'm really excited for it. So.
Great. Any other questions? Thank you.
Thank you.
Kim?
We have a few updates. We had to shut down well number 7. We have a break in the transmission line up in that area. So, we submitted the dig permit request, or utility locate, I should say, and we'll probably start on that at the beginning of next week, since the weather may not be favorable for us this week. In addition to that, we're also working the water leak in partnership with Pine Bluffs Gravel on East 10th Street. We have that street opened up, and we're gonna be getting the parts for that tomorrow morning and making that repair. The pump replacement project over at the East Lift Station will begin Monday morning, and it should just take the day, so that should be completed. And bad news, the trash truck has had a little bit of a hiccup today. We have to have it towed to have the transmission looked at, and we're hoping it's something simple, but we could have a major trash truck issue. In the meantime, we'll use our backup trash truck, but that truck is a lot smaller and isn't quite as efficient at cleaning out the dumpsters. So just request that the, public have a little bit of a patience with us while we get our normal trash truck repaired. And we will continue a trash pickup, but it might be slowed a little bit due to the size of the backup trash truck.
So, and I don't know the condition of it, but it was offered that we could also get a trash truck from Alvin, so
Okay,
we
fantastic.
will explore that if
Absolutely.
once we kind of know what's going on here. But I'd also like to say at the same time that I think it would be important for us to I know this isn't the greatest time of the year to release a new truck RFP, but
Yes.
like we keep kicking the can and this is going to be a problem.
Yes. With that said, I need permission from you and the council, documented in the minutes, stating that I can request a loan quote from Points West Bank and Farmers State Bank on a commercial loan to purchase a new trash truck. That's before I can even get a rate solidified and come to you with that proposal.
I move that the council give Kim permission to quote commercial loans from both Points West and Farmers State Bank for the purpose of a new trash truck.
I'll second that.
It's been moved and seconded to get quotes from local banks on financing for trash truck. I couldn't repeat what you said. Any discussion about that? All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries.
For the purposes of letting the public know, we had our budget workshop this afternoon, and the first reading of our fiscal year 2025 budget will be at the next council meeting, which is the second Monday in May.
13th.
The 13th, thank you. May 13th at 6 p.m.
I will not be at that. It is the spring concert for the elementary.
Okay.
Yeah.
Will everybody else be at that one so that we'll have a consensus,
Didn't they know that was our council
or a
meeting?
quorum, rather?
Well, they also have a soccer game that day at the recreation department, and they have their track meet that day. So I don't think they knew what was going on.
It's a really busy day.
We should have checked with our calendar.
Fire meeting that day too.
Yeah,
Tomorrow is our annual Arbor Day tree planting at City Park with the kiddos from Pine Bluffs Elementary first grade. And that's at 1 o'clock, again, weather permitting. And today we had the bid opening for the infrastructure project on the north property. So the engineers are reviewing the documents thoroughly, and they will have a recommendation for us for the next council meeting.
Great. Any questions? Anything else? I think we covered the meetings, so I think next item is the executive session.
I move to enter executive session for the
Second.
selection of scholarships.
second, sorry.
It's okay.
Over
I
eager
was
for that.
trying to figure out how to.
Moved and seconded to enter executive session for the selection of scholarships. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? All right. It's gonna be very short. I forgot I was going to ask you if you wanted to be part of the visitor comments.